Hello. I've still got my glasses on. That's not a good idea. Welcome to Lazy Mini Painting. I'm Laz. Nice to see you all again, or for the first time, your first time being here. Thank you for coming. Tonight we are working again on the magical world of Sparkles and Oak. But I'm changing the bases. Because I was taking the bases out of the slots. Because obviously I cut the holes out. And as I was taking them out, one of the bases decided it was going to come apart. And it's a shame because it's one of the ones that got a little bit of the thingy on it, so I could paint it. It was textured. Like some of them have got a little bit of the snow, the finer texture, which is on this section. Good evening, Twisted. How are you, mate? How are you? I hope it's all calmed down near you now, because it was blustering not that long ago. To put it in a nice way, I suppose. Or the wind was trying to kill you would be another way. Good evening, Graham. Good evening, mate. How are you? Apart from trying to get me in trouble by showing more stuff. So yeah, I'm deciding the bases that came with these models, I'm fucking them off because, oh come on, really? All I did was get them out of that little bit. That's shit. Saying that, when I got given the Imperial Guard army, there was a lot of these bases already prepared, which already have some texture on them and they've been painted brown. And I have a fair few of them. I don't think I have enough to do everything, but I have at least enough to do the ground floor and work up to the point where I can then look to see if I want to get bases from elsewhere. So I will be changing them over to them, which is why Sparkles and Oak have been removed off the crap bases and will be getting put on one of the better bases. That means I've got to repin them to these now. Yay. But they do still fit because I've got one in there at the moment. So this still all fit nicely. Reconnect. Is it reconnecting yet? OBS connection be successful. Everything working on here. And I've successfully reconnected. Right. Sorry about whatever happened there. I lost my internet connection for a moment. I don't understand why the only hardwired machine in the house is the one that loses connection. Yeah, for some reason, OBS, I just lost internet connection. I had no internet connection whatsoever. He said, "No, you're streaming. You don't need to be connected." I fucking do. See, it happened the other night as well. For those, some people are aware, some people are not. I am taking part in a D&D campaign. Now, we've only had the first session, and the next session is not going to be for a little while. So, oh, Kitty, are you okay? You all right, Kitty? Yeah, all right. Cat's just falling off the sofa, that's all. So yeah, I'm part of a D&D campaign for the Miniature Tavern. Now, I know it's been recorded, but I don't know if it'll be being broadcast. So I will let people know if it is. I'll give you links to the videos and stuff. Where was I going with this? I did have a reason for saying this. I can't remember what the bloody hell it is now. Anyway, yeah, I'll be doing a part of a D&D campaign. But I'm not happy with these bases at all. So I may be sorry, Sparkles, but I may have a request for a few bases if I can't find spares up in my top. If I can find spares in the tub, that's awesome. Because I do still have to rebase all these, for instance. So if I can take these bases off, which are the same size, or should be the same size. Yep. So if I can remove these from these bases and rebase them to the 32mm like the current ones are, then there's that. If not, then right. So I'm gonna have to tap all this out. What was this? I was gonna say yeah, there was a reason I was gonna say that, but I can't remember what it is. So now that I've give that a tap out. Hey up, Buzz. How did you? So that's all the excess come off this now. Now I want to keep this. So what am I going to scrape it with? That's what I'm going to scrape it with. I want to keep that because it's a nice mixture of. I should have just knocked it out on paper, shouldn't I? I don't want to do this. It's a good mixture of the two different types. So you get the slightly coarser one and the thinner one and the less coarse one. Yeah, I've got bigger bases for heavy weapons teams there as well. So, why is this not going to work? This isn't going to work the way I want it to. Because I'm trying to do it like that. That's why. There we go. Keep all that. I'll put all that in another thing. So then I've got a mixture of the two. So I can have do that for the basing. Yay. For the other bases that I need. Huzzah. Right. Get that out of the way. I can't remember half the things I'm waffling on about now. So I'm just going to forget that I was talking. Not run things down the side of the mic because I'm an idiot. So yeah, when was it? It was last night. I got the chance to sort out all my models. Oh shit. I thought I had somewhere in the region of about 400-500 models in total. I have 400 Space Marines. Just 400 Space Marines with a few extras on their own. So yeah, that worked. By the time I finished counting Tyranids, Guard, Eldar, and all the others, just for Warhammer 40,000, I top over 800 models. I think I have a problem, people. I think I have a problem. So yeah, my neighbor found out how big my collection was because I took over his living room completely. There was no room to put anything anywhere once I'd finished putting things on tables. Very thankful for him for doing that because I did literally take over his fucking living room. Jeez. I didn't think I had that many. And what apparently I do. I have fucking loads. Good evening, Ali. Thank you for coming to join us. Hope you're well today. I hope you've had a not as hot a day as we've had. It's been absolutely scorching here. And it's just been too warm. It's like 20 somethings. So I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but I know it's hot. It's hot for here. It is very hot for here. About 26 degrees it was today. Far too hot to be having to get on buses. I still had to, but I didn't want to. Right. And anyone wondering why I'm not using super glue, it's because I'm using foam core. And if I drop any super glue on this, it's just going to eat and melt through it. So I could use hot glue, but again, I run the same risk. So I'm using just PVA. And I want to glue them down nicely and calmly and possibly give them another spray coat afterwards. Thank you very much, Ali. And it's nowhere near finished. They're nowhere near finished. It's got loads to do still. But if I can at least get a relatively good covering on the ground level, so I can at least see it coming together, then I'll feel happy when I move on to the characters and this isn't completely finished yet. Am I back? Because he's just done it again on me. Sorry about that, people. It's just done on me again. I've closed many background programs as I can. Hopefully it doesn't crash out on me again. The only thing I have running now is OBS. I don't have Discord running. I don't have anything else. Oh, he's in trouble, Ali. He's in trouble. He's always in trouble. Practically his middle name at this point. And what have you shown Les this time? I didn't so much show him, but I told him I've got this. Now he wants it. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Oh, that's right. Now I know why I was talking about the D&D thing. It kept doing that there as well. So I'm trying to do an online fully D&D campaign session 1, and my friggin' internet's crashing out on me. So like that didn't work quite as well as I was expecting. So I think I might, if I really want to start doing stuff like that, I might have to start looking at an upgraded computer, but that would mean I'm not looking at it till what, 2027? 2027 for a new computer. That's probably the closest I'll get to look. And even then, I won't even be able to get anything that's top of the range now. Because let's face it, PC components have a tendency to, if they're good, they hold their value. I'm just strange things have appeared in the house, and I'm wondering where they've appeared from. In case you were wondering what that strange look was, I was looking at sparkles, wondering, where's that come from? Where do we even get it? I don't remember any of the children having any of that or having that. It's just appeared out of nowhere. So I have a spare little shell. I have a couple of spare shells actually, which is nice. So got a shoreline. Now for the rocks to fill in gaps. And gaps. Lots of gaps. Bloody loads of gaps. Let's put some glue down. That was probably way too much glue. You're more suited for a big gap filler, aren't you? That's a good thing. You can select the piece of bark that you want, or the piece of cork bark that you want. I don't know if it's actually cork bark or just broken up piece of cork, but yeah, it's handy. Ooh, you're on the Nerf gun hunt to try and make a bolter. I noticed you got the marriage bit out of the way first, and then went nuts with the modeling stuff. I seem to have done it the other way around. Got nuts with the modeling stuff, and then yeah, I managed to get the crazy person to agree to marry me. And it's a bloody good job they are crazy, because otherwise they wouldn't have ever agreed. So. It's also a good job they're upstairs at the moment. I'm not completely paying attention to the words that are coming out of my mouth. Otherwise, there may not be any more. You just completely zoned out with various degrees of metallic silver and actually no one Twisted at the moment. He's going through his non-metallic metal, learning that, so it'll be various degrees of greys, whites, blacks, and yes, there are various degrees of whites and blacks, as I pointed out last time, just using the greys, where a white was actually grey, and it's weird. piece by piece, filling behind the shells on the shoreline. This is definitely going to need a PVA spray over it. In fact, the whole lot of it's going to eventually. But this bit in particular. So that'll be essentially a little bit of rubbing alcohol, some water, and some PVA. And that should lock it all in and lock it all down. I just need to get a spray bottle. I'm sure I've got one somewhere. I'm just not sure where. I know it's not on my desk. It's never been on my desk, so I know that one. I'm safe with that, which means I should be able to find it. Well, you would think I would be able to find it through that anyway. But a piece there, and a piece there. I don't want too much around this section, but I do want quite a bit around there. It's gotta be a lot. Yeah, you got to embrace the shit that makes you you, man. If you don't, you just go crazy. Start walking around the house singing stuff. Not that I do that. Right, I'm going to open up network settings because I think that actually helps for some reason maintain my connection. I don't know why, but I think it does. A little bit there. A bit of gluing under that. And then some glue around that. Right, now it's the next bit so I've got to go on. This bag of bits is fucking awesome, thank you. It's just letting me fill these little gaps in nicely. It's good. And you look at it and you think, oh, look, he's put all that in for detail and characters. No. I put all that in to cover gaps. So the detail and character has got bits open and yeah. That would require things like forethought and planning and being like twisted. I don't do that. Wow. Yeah, but you got guns in this country? Shit, it's like a 10-year waiting list just getting the bow and arrows. I do live in a particularly rough area though, so yeah, a bow and arrow is like, yeah, what shop are you holding up with that then? You have as well, Twisted. You have gone literally 2 foot straight in. Fuck it. If you can have it, it's got my name on it. Cups, keyrings, t-shirts, jumpers, hoodies, almost anything you want. If you want it with Twisted logo on it, you can get it. Except for the hat that I like. I've noticed that nobody does the hat that I like. Country boy. Oh no, wrong type of country. That's like EB type of country and Blake type of country. And I know either one of them could be watching right now, and they will agree with me. It is their type of country that you would find that type of stuff in. The South Americas, or South North Americas. So yeah, like Arkansas, Colorados, North and South Carolinas. And there's a few more over in that section as well that could fit into that same category. Not saying they're all inbreds, it's just that's where the stories come from. See? Speak of one and one turns up. How you doing, Naomi? You all right? I actually spoke about you 3 times today. So I had a feeling you might actually. I don't know why. I just had this odd feeling you might turn up tonight. Do I know where my headphones are? Just in case you go home, sling with a link. And then we can talk about whether Deliverance is a documentary or not. Right. Is that all the rocks that I need to put in? Think so. Not 100% sure. I know there's a lot more loose stuff to get around. Right. So let's start getting bases back so they look. Let's see if they actually look okay. No, where is it? Oh man, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. I hope everyone else in chat is doing good as well. If you're not, then well, this is gonna sound hard. You can tell me, but I'll probably forget by the morning. That's because I'm on medication, though. It's gonna sound really heartless, that, but yeah, unless you've told me like 3 or 4 times, it doesn't stay in my head. Yeah, good point. You've moved, haven't you? I say moved. You've not moved far, but you have moved. Crap base. Good base. I keep track of all the good bases so I don't lose them. Especially one for Sparkles and one for Rook. And some of them I will have to change the colours on them as well because these are going to become lighter to match the areas that they're going to be in. I mean, that section's not too bad. They're almost a good match. So you're almost in. Take advantage, mate. The kids are in with the mum-in-law. Yep. Leave them there for a day or 2. And we'll just have the house to ourselves. Just for a couple of days. It's one way to get a break. Even if it's only small. Moving completely. Right, so some will not need. Some won't need texturing now because they've already been done. Thanks to, I think it was my cousin who did these bases. Before he sold all these Imperial Guard armies to my mate. Which is why I have some slightly different coloured Russes to others. Now what the heck's going on here? Right, okay. That bit's pulled over. Let's pull you out. Oh, get off, you little shit. I'm over 5 minutes. I should be over 5 minutes by now. Ooh, fishing. Yeah, you're just avoiding any of that Warhammer stuff that you've been sent out. I'm not getting started with down that. Nope. You've been sent a Tyranid model. You've been sent Space Marine models. I think your Space Marine models were actually built, but unpainted. But still, you've got to start with Space Marine army. Just like I got to start World Eaters army. Don't tell him now. He'll go looking now, Ali. And then he'll get all upset when he can't find them. Well, break his little heart, you are. Break his little heart. Well, I went quicker than I was expecting it to. I was expecting to spend about half an hour picking up little bits and putting it. But when you're planning like an hour and a half, 2 hours worth of a stream around certain things, it's yeah. It's not great when it doesn't work like that. So, what colour do I want the sandy bit to be? Do I want to go for something like a Rakarth Flesh? Or do I want to use that to dab over the darker area and then make that more yellowy sandy? Questions. I think we'll go with a Rakarth Flesh for the sandy area. Then we can use different shades of brown on the browny areas to try and get to tie in with the other bits. It makes sense in my head, and it makes sense in most people. Yeah, most other people are thinking, okay, not to. You're not far wrong, but at least it's making sense in my head. That's the main thing. And I'm going to get the big, soft, fluffy dry brush for some fish fries. See the amount of fishing lodges I have around me, I don't own any fishing tackle. None whatsoever. Mainly because they charge you a fucking licensing fee to go fishing. Like, I'm not paying a license to go fishing. Whether you want to do it on a canal or you want to do it on the fishing lodges, and they charge you a fucking fortune. And that's on top of all the stuff that you'll need to actually go fishing. They charge you a fishing license. So just dampen my brush up a bit, because even though I'm dry brushing, you don't actually use a dry brush. I know, it's weird. I point it out most times. Yeah. Come here, dry boarding card. Dry brushing card. There we go. So, painting that bit over that. Yeah, you basically used to go fishing, and you found out what beer and women were. Fishing weren't as fun anymore. Yeah, I get that. I understand. That's why I took a hiatus from Warhammer for a bit. But then each one's shown a small interest, and I've managed to come back to it, which is nice. It's essentially have a lifelong hobby. Right. So now I have a sandier area and a darker area. Yeah, I've forgotten how to speak for a moment. Don't hold it against me, please, people. Don't hold it against me. Now, do I put the static grass tufts down now and glue them over the top with the when I pick up a spray bottle tomorrow? Because I'm going to have to soak it and leave it to dry anyway. So, do I put the static grass on now, or pardon me? Oh, stop. See, yeah, I don't think Sparkles would be happy with a Warhammer 40,000 honeymoon. Yeah, I don't think she'll appreciate that, or 40k themed wedding or anything. In fact, if anything 40k or Warhammer related comes anywhere near the wedding, I don't think she'll be happy. I think the only thing I'll get away with is possibly talking to one or two people, but that's it. Take your wooden spoon out, Ali. Come on. I'm trying to wind our Graham up. He's not difficult. He's just as easy to get as me. Right. So that's that bit of some static grass. I mean, I kind of know where I want the grass tufts to go. A little bit around here, a little bit around, a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to stick a couple of them in so I can see. Because I've only actually used one so far in total. Out of all these, and the self-gluing, so I know I can kind of pull them off and then just kind of jab them on where you want them to go. So you got a nice little grass section there. Nah, she's not interested in having a commissar Mario's. Yeah, quite fucking difference. If there was a commissar, I think she might be telling him to pull the fucking trigger. He's got you here, fucking shooting. I mean, she won't put it that way in those words because she's far too polite for that. But the sentiment will be the same. Just the odd little grass tuft. Don't need many. Don't need too many. Just little bits. Little bits. Now, I know I've got a bar to go in there, so I don't necessarily want over that. So let's have another one there. There we go. Your newest Rosemary & Co. brushes. Oh, right. See, that's why I've stopped going for like expensive ones. So what are these? Golden Maple. These were Amazon discount specials. And that's why I've gone for these because, yeah, my good ones, which I don't have them out very often, which is why I got my one right now. There we go. Is that one? No, that's a Citadel. Fucking don't get them too mixed up, you dickhead. So yeah, they're crazy model, but they are red sable. They're Kolinsky red sable brushes. Fucking awesome, but I don't like using them because I don't want to mess them up because they're good brushes. And it's quite fucking having them. So here we go. Let's have a quick look down now and see what he's looking like from. So now we have a bit of the shoreline coming together. You can see where the beachy area is coming in and the less traveled area. So a couple of little tufts just to show that there is greenery and life on this island, which is always nice. Oh, so Rosemary & Co. the same ones that do Artis Opus. I thought they were supposed to be all right, them things. They're not holding the point. No, I'm definitely not buying them then. Overpriced shite if they can't even hold the point. I want that. I'll keep with my Amazon specials, thank you. They work. That's where my other one was. I was sorting models out last night and I knew one of them was missing. And I knew one of them was missing. And I knew a load of them were missing. And I also knew he was missing. Possibly, but maybe they changed a couple of things, so they're now not as good. All they have to do is change a couple of the things in the manufacturing process, and it's like, yeah, that brush just isn't as good as it used to be anymore. You've cut too many costs, and now it's showing. Right, so I need to darken this bit down so it matches the darker ones of these. I'll lighten that bit up with something closer to that. I need to darken underneath there so it's a bit more like that, but then go back over it again with the lighter. Don't make out easy on myself, do I? Do not make out easy on myself. So let's crack the Agrax. Crack open Agrax. Get a nice big wash brush. And darken down all this. In some areas, more than others. Now, I will be dry brushing over it again. I just want to get it all as a nice muddy, or at least looking like the ground effect. And I wanted to see the sand on it first so I could see what it looked like. Now I have to darken it up and yeah, no, Windsor and Newton. Yeah, don't. I'd be too scared to use Windsor and Newton as well. They are good brushes. They are fantastic brushes. And my friend had some, and I did use a couple just to try them because he's saying, "Oh, these brushes are amazing." It's like the brushes. I know these ones are really good. Okay, so I tried them, and it's like, yeah, oh, right, okay, I can see what you mean now. The paint was just flowing from them really nicely, even though it was just Citadel paint. So it weren't the best paint in the world. It weren't the worst. Don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking Citadel paint for being the most awful. If you go to the pound shop, you're going to have to do a lot of thinning out to get the even to the quality of Citadel. That is one thing. Consistency is one of their good sides, I suppose. And this could be a nice overall wash stain. I'm going to give it over everything. So even the Doc's getting it going over with this. Also being careful near the static grass that I've just put down. I should have done all this way before I put the static grass down, but as I said, this entire channel is a learning process. Is it illegal for? Is it illegal to import sable hair? I thought a sable hair was. Is it squirrel or ferret? I can't remember. I know it's not horse. Or donkey or anything daft like that. Watch you be fucking horsehair now, no matter. It's like, yeah, you know everything, you don't you, mate? Thick as fuck, don't even know what the fucking hair is you're using. Yeah, calm down. Yeah, I'll make mistakes, but I don't think it's horsehair. Could be wrong though. I have been known to be wrong once. And I said I'd never let that happen again. Just give that a poke in place there with the end of the brush. I'm not there now. Right. Luckily, because I can look top down from the camera, I get to see essentially the inside of the things that. Yeah, it's some kind of little animal. I know that much. Couldn't remember if it was a squirrel, some kind of rodent. But they make good brushes, so yeah, let's keep killing them. Oh wait a minute, that's not the right idea. That's not supposed to be the right attitude, is it? Sorry. Let's keep shaving them. Sustainability. You keep killing them, people can eat them. So not only are you making paintbrushes, you're making food. And if they are rodents, it's going to breed like nobody problem. As Graham said, it's more of a Russian thing. So we won't necessarily get them over here, except in the paintbrush farm. Yeah, right. I like that shade. I like that shade. It's a good job, really. I've painted half the bloody ground floor in it right now, but it's a nice overshade for everything. So we give everything a wash over, and this it's a nice toning color. And this isn't Agrax Earthshade. This is my dodgy homemade one, which is greeny, browny, and bleh, that I never thought I'd use again. And I've just accidentally picked up to do this, and it's working. Hey, I'm not knocking it. Yeah, but Twisted, you live like the same kind of level as like Siberia. You're like that far north. If you just carried on where you are, just carried on around the, you'll probably pass through Siberia and then come back around and find you again. Although maybe not that. I don't think you maybe not that high. You might be just like Greenlands and stuff. Maybe. And to be quite honest, I don't know where half of these companies source their stuff from. I know Games Workshop do the plastic in-house and sub everything else out to bloody China. I know that, but where they actually source the individual resources from, I have not got a clue. So we now have a tone, a ground floor tone. Graham, you just don't strike me as the type of person that could take an animal's life. You really don't strike me as the type of person that could just go, yeah, you're gonna die, fucker, boom. So how many times have you done it just to scare people because they're gonna meet you and think, oh, you're really nice, you? Nah, cold-blooded killer, mate. Boom, just blow the head off a rabbit at 2 feet, double shotgun, bang. See that fox? See that fox? Boom, not anymore, you don't. And the Winsor and Newton. That's why I've not brought the. Although, did you say the artificial brushes of Winsor and Newton? Really? Because. Are you sure? I mean, it's an incredibly nice pint, and it's the what is it? It's the extra small, so it's you expect it to be. Next week's isn't going to be on this. I'm going to be working on those two and trying these out. And my friend gave me a couple of these. I think he gave me the small, the extra small, and possibly the medium. Now he's paid for them and given them to me, so awesome. Now I believe he did have a couple of wins. Does that mean I might actually have a couple of Winsor and Newtons in here? Actually, now that you mention this, so there's the Artificer extra small. Yeah, the Artificer small. That's just a standard medium layer. Standard small base. Standard medium layer. And that's the other one. That should be mine. Yeah, that's my 4-0. And she's getting old now. So no, I don't have any Winsor and Newton by name, but I do have the small and extra small. So I've got details in what you're selling, telling me is now Winsor and Newton. I want to use them now, but I don't. Oh, Graham, can we go hunting? I've never shot a gun. Apart from an air rifle. I would class that as a gun. There was no gunpowder. It didn't go boom. I couldn't kill people with it. Not I want to, but you know. Twisted's a seasoned huntsman. Twisted is a seasoned huntsman. It's scary what Twisted's done. Really is. And if any of you actually get a chance to talk to him and listen to him a bit, it's like, fucking jeez, mate. Like, do you want to take a bit of a chill out and let somebody else do something? You've kind of done it all now. And you're going back for seconds. Yeah, I don't think that's an adventure Graham would actually like to go. It's like, me, Laz, guns, no. And I can't blame him. Even Sparkles doesn't let me use power tools most of the time. Now, I had a brush, a nice wash brush, and I've put it down somewhere and I've lost it. And do you want to know the really annoying thing about the fact that I put it down somewhere and lost it? Is because it was only about 2 hours ago, and my friend stood here looking at my desk going, "You need to tidy it up, or else you're just going to lose everything." I'm like, "No, because usually everything's within reach." And now I've got a lost the fucking brush. Or did I put it back in there when I put the others back by mistake? Ah, no, this is a different one, but it'll do. Because I've just noticed that the silver and gold are a little bit bright on these metallic sections, so I'm just going to throw a little bit of Nonile over it again just to tone it down a touch, but you can still see that there's going to be a little bit of shiny metallic under it. Oh, that sucks. I've got an entire estate, mate. Just bring them down. We'll find someone to shoot. Just take it down the field down there, or into the woods. Go shooting a few rabbits. Although, in fairness, if a gun goes off around here, there will be armed response immediately. It won't even be a case of, oh, well, someone might be hunting. No. Gun goes off near here, armed response. And it happens enough that I know what the response is. I'm sure there'll be a kindly farmer who has a gopher problem or a rabbit problem. It's like, yep, go for it, mate. You want to go get rid of them? They're vermin to me. Go get them. I'll pay you $5 a pelt, $10 a pelt, whatever the going rate is. I don't know what the going rate per pelt is. Bring back a full brace. That's all he wants. Oh yeah, damn right. Yeah, you can't screw it down. You can't screw it down with firearms. That would be silly. That's a very silly thing to do. Don't fuck around with firearms. That's what I'm going to do about down there. See, I could. Have I got enough? I've got enough tufts that I could just line down there with tufts and have it as Oh, right. Okay, so we don't have... We've got foxes, though. Fox hunting. Yay. All that crap. Okay. Who needs a horse? Just take a bike. Look, we just mount the shotgun to the front of a quad and just... Awesome. Yeah, I don't know how my brain works sometimes either, don't ask. It just... Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. And when... Yeah. Oh, it does sound like a good idea though, mounting the shotguns to the front of the quads. Sounds like fun. Right, so that's that entire ground layer done. And I've got how many extras of these bases have I got while that dries? Need to find out. Because I don't need 38 bases in total, and I know I've not got that many of these. Yeah, I do a fox hunt. So £2 for rabbit. If you can get enough of them, you can at least make enough to buy a box set or something for your own army. Or see, that looks like a proper base, so I'm going to keep that one. But I do need more. But any of these little shit ones where you can literally just do that and it comes apart, no, I'm getting rid. They're shit bases. And that's how I'm literally going to test it. If I can, with my no nails, if I can pull the thing apart and just pop, there you go, then no, the base is not good enough. Because I've never done that with a Games Workshop base. Never. I've never been able to just pop the ring off it and make it a flat disc. And I will be giving it a good try as well. So it's not like... So that one was quite tough, but it's still no. No comprende, mate. No comprende. Shite printing. Which is what I don't understand. How can you actually fuck this up? Especially on something like an FDM printer. I mean, look, come on. What the fuck's going on? I mean, I don't mind the fact that I've now got some flattish discs, but I didn't want flattish disc. It's not what I said I was going to get. It's not what I ordered. I'm like fucking poker chips now. I do a lot of complaining on this one, don't I? But I think I've got reason to. There you go. See how quick, how easy. No, you got to hold up. Are you? So yeah. In case anyone's wondering, the models I have no complaints over. Oh, how many do I need? I don't know. I'm trying to work that out in a minute. But you know full well who's printed these bases off. You know exactly who's printed these bases off. We've had discussions about this person and their quality. This was at the time when I'd not ordered from Graham yet. I was just in the process of ordering from him for the first time, but I was also ordering from this person for the first time as well. And well, we've come to the conclusion that I don't think I'll be going back to the other person, and I've already been back to Graham for extras as well as other stuff. But yeah, these are all actually proper GW bases. These ones came from a Guardsman kit, so these ones are all right. But I'm going through all the ones that came with the actual set and seeing how many break off and how many. So that one I can already feel it's already smaller than the others. There you go. And you can feel it was just going to do that. Same with this one. This one feels like it as well. And it's holding on. It's holding on, but depth-wise, yeah. You can see this nice big chunk there. So I have got proper plastic ones, but these are all low grade FDM. It's the only way I can describe it is low grade FDM printed. Crunch goes another one. Crunch goes another one. So I know I need 38 in total. And that's what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So it's a 23 that I'm confident about because they're actual plastic. No, there we go. I felt it going, but no, that's an okay one. Just the last two. Oh no, there's still some more over down here. Yeah, it's non-metallic metal is something I'll look into in the future. I'm still not happy with my brush control, just general brush control. So it's not something I'm confident enough to try right now. But it's definitely a technique I would like to learn how to do. Because if you can get it right, it just looks so fucking amazing. But if you get it wrong, oh boy, does it look shit. And with me not being happy with my general brush control yet, I'm going to have to hold off a bit before I try non-metallic metal. Wow, that one just crumbled. That was one that was already broken. Okay. So let's see how many of these are coming through. And how many of these look like? Let's see, this one looks like it's just going to shatter. Yeah. So the nice bright shiny ones seem to shatter more than the slightly duller ones. So I might be okay with this one. Did the hair crack then? No. Okay. Right. So I've got a rough idea how many bases I've got now. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. So I do have enough bases. I do just about have enough bases. Thank you, though, Graham, for offering. Oh, much appreciated, mate. Because it might have got to the point where I didn't have enough bases. I was like, oh shit, what was it? I was like, I would have rated my first Bomb Marines for 25mm bases because they need upgrading for 32s anyway. Yeah, I don't get it either. Buy them in batches of thousands, and it's probably like a penny a piece. Cost you a tenner for 1,000 bases that you're going to sell for approximately what 50p each, including once you've added the model and stuff in. So you're going to make a profit on every one of the bloody bases. Probably going to be the best option is to just bulk order a crap load of 32mm for when I upgrade my 60 tactical, 15 of them, 10 of them, 5 of them, so that's 60, 80, 90. Yeah, another 10 of them, which is 100. Yes, 100 plus first Bomb Marines. Because obviously I had Assault Marines, Devastator Marines, Tactical Squads, Luckily, Terminators haven't changed base sizes. So 5p each for 1,000. So that's what, 50 quid? So 25 quid plus an extra penny per one. So it's plus an extra. So it's 30. So it's 30 quid for 500 bases. That's cheap as. That's cheap as shit. That's cheap as chips. That's cheaper than chips, actually. I don't know if you've been to a chippy recently. It's bloody expensive. Yeah, yeah, that's a fair point because yeah, they're not shipping to America as much anymore, so they're shipping the rest to everywhere else because they've got this stuff now. They need to sell it. Well, yeah, that's a good point. It means getting Chinese sites to start ordering, don't we? I said no. Yeah, no, yeah, no. There's definitely a few bargains I had. I might have to go looking for an Angry Ron. I definitely need to look for an Angry Ron. I'm not going to be able to buy an Angry Ron because I'll just pay the deposit for the venue for the wedding, and that's just cost us 4 figures. Low end 4 figures, but still 4 figures. He's still at the Northerner pride to go, how much? That's just a freaking dipper. Fine. You still got that response, but it wasn't that bad. I'm making it out worse than it should be. So we have color for ground texture. We have. I've got to do these bar. I've got to make a bar front. Now I did start, but it fell apart. It broke on me. So I'm thinking I'm going to have to make it out of foam and then just line it with wood. So kind of just cut a slice off there, kind of flop out some paper so I can glue the paper to what would be the bar top, and then just glue wood at the ends. I think that might be the better option. So how tall do I want the bar top, and will it actually fit in there without going onto the bases? That is one of the main things. I need to still be able to get the models off in case somebody wishes to use them. Not a problem, Mally. We'll see you soon. Thank you. So yeah, I need an Angry Ron. And if China's doing discounts, then that's not a bad idea. In fact, haven't you got an Angry Ron, Graham? Didn't you get one? Or something that could be Angry Ron. Hello, Mr. PC. Are you working? Cool, so you do have an Angry... Right. Am I back, first of all? Because it's just fucking done it again on me, this stupid piece of shit. I think it's something to do with the heat. I might have to give it a bit of a clear out. I think my chip might be overheating and not liking it. But yeah, so you do have an Angry Ron. Could you send me the link? Oh, awesome. Stream slot. Excellent. Don't send me a link. Sparkles just come down. Shh. I think it was Sparkles. Yeah, it was Sparkles. Don't send me a link. Shh. Wait till she come back upstairs. Then send me a link. She did come toddling and was like, what are you talking about? What are you two up to? And she automatically knows who the other person is. She automatically knows. So there's no point trying to hide that bit from her. There's not many people that are as bad of an influence as you. Because at the moment, Lazarus is going to have to act as Angry Ron. But I want to throw Lazarus at Angry Ron. So that doesn't work. Essentially, yeah. It's shit I want, shit you've got. You can put me in the right direction to get the shit I want. I mean, if Angry Ron's only like 30 quid, that's a bargain. That is a bargain for Angry Ron. As long as he's big enough, like roughly Lazarus size, maybe a little bit smaller, but big enough to beat Angry Ron. And then I can have all my little guys with chainsaws running up behind him. It'll be all right. That's pretty much what it's going to be. It's just going to be loads of guys with chainsaws, whether they're being power armor or guardsmen, and then all steam up behind Angry Ron. Everything runs forward, everything kills. And if you shoot it, it runs at your foe. It's great. But I do, because most of I can field a lot of ranged, especially with the Eldar and the Imperial Guard now. I kind of wanted the balance of a bit of melee. I know I've got orcs, and they are predominantly melee, but I've got a lot of shooting with my orcs. So I did want just a straightforward smash you in the face army. And there ain't not much better than World Eaters. That's fucking awesome. A tenner per Primarch. Okay, yeah, definitely. I'm gonna have to. I feel like I'm gonna have to open Discord again, because Discord, I closed it in case it was taking too many resources and causing my machine to not work or lose connection. But apparently it wasn't. So, yay. Yeah. Two of them. And what else is it? One of them, one of them. Right. So if it's connected back up again, I'm sorry I'm not on camera at the moment. That's because I've gone to get my Wi-Fi password, and I'm going to tell it to connect to the Wi-Fi. Even though it's saying it's connected to the router now again. But fuck it, it's being a cock. Enter. Yeah, good. You connect to both those fucking networks now. Piece of bloody crap that it is. See, now I don't even know if I'm still actually running. And see if it goes, yeah, it works now. And the only way I can get to do that is by clicking this. Yes, it worked. Huzzah! I hope this is fucking excited. So it's connected both on Wi-Fi and on wired. So if it drops one, it should kick straight over to the other till the other one pulls back up. Hope it'll stop me losing connection as much, and I'll just get that little flash as it crosses over. Welcome to the 21st century, where we're supposed to have flying cars, and instead we have shitter internet than dial-up. And go back to dial-up, at least you knew what you were getting. How are we doing? How are we doing? Has it started to dry? It has started to dry, but it's definitely wanting that extra layer to lock it in. Right, so remove the shit rings. Although I could use them as status effects, couldn't I? You've been hexed, you've been cursed, you've lived that. Put little. Right, yeah, they're becoming status effect rings for Dungeons and Dragons now. Waste not, want not. They are becoming. I don't know. Tokens. Objective markers, maybe. I think I can make some nice objective markers out of these nice little flat pieces. Get a nice flat piece of plasticky, like plastic paper. Plug that in the middle, just put a 1 or a 2 or a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and make sure that the circles are right so you know where they. So yeah, they're going to become objective markers. The rings are going to become status effects for Dungeons and Dragons. I will not waste it, even if it's. I'll find a use for it. I will. I may even make some of those little bits and put like Eldari bits and Space Marine bits on it, almost like an ammo cache. Because I've got weapons all over the place. Loads of free weapons. Very easy to do. Let's have a quick look. What have I got in here? I'm just going to pick this box up, see what it is. This is Necrony stuff. Right, okay. Could I make a bit of an objective marker out of the Necrony stuff? I'm sure I have something in here. Oh, there you go. Oh yeah, gluing little things like this onto where they are. There they are. Onto these to paint up as little objective markers. I think that'll work. So yeah, that's what they're going to become now in the future. They're going to be objective markers. Technically, I'd use things like teleport homers as well if I wanted to. But I'd rather use something that looks like it's worth going to get, whether it be a beacon, a fallen comrade, a half-dead marine, a half-dead traitor. Something you want to capture to interrogate. From either side. One side wants to save, one side wants to capture. I'll go nom 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 if we're using the Tyranids, because they just want to eat things. I need to soak this now. Really do. I need to soak it. I can't do that right now because I don't have the spray bottle. Right, okay. Right, my chat isn't How Good Nightly. For some reason, my chat on here is not showing everything. Why is it not showing everything? Yeah, he's getting me in trouble. Well, no, he's not getting me in trouble. I'm actually asking him where did he get one of his models from, because I would like to order it. Yeah, that's better. See, since now put it over to the Wi-Fi and the hardwire, it just blips for a second while it transfers over. That I can deal with. It's the constant losing connection that I can't deal with. So that might solve my problem for when I want to do the D&D thing as well. Because then I can run it all through there. Rather than having to have the two, which is not ideal for that setup. Don't want to be doing that for that setup. Let's shift this for a minute. While glue dries and things happen. Why have I got a feeling that was something heavy and it shouldn't have fallen off? Never mind. Put that over there. Going dry. Dry. So I'm at a bit of a loss what to do now, people. I am at a bit of a loss what to do now. I was expecting all that to take a lot fucking longer. Especially with how long it took me to just put 10 fucking models together on Wednesday. I thought putting something together that's not fucking built by numbers was going to be more difficult. How chuffing wrong was I? Very chuffing wrong is the answer. Very chuffing wrong. So what else do I wish to do? I mean, I do have stuff to do. I've just not got any of it out to do it. Yeah, I could drill a base again for Sparkles and Oak and glue them back on. But I want to do a bit more painting on them because I've gone back and looked at them. It's like I'm not quite happy now that I've looked at it with fresher eyes. So I need to do a lot. I need to touch up some more painting on them. So I think we'll do characters next week. I know I've only got to about well, I want to continue with the ground floor, but I've got to soak it first with essentially alcohol, PVA glue, and water, just so it gives it a locking in, and so I'm not just brushing everything off every time. It's not just flaking off the top. I need to get a coating over it to lock it in place. So I'm going to have to do that over the week because it's going to take a while to dry as well. So get the bottle tomorrow, give it a spraying over, and leave it to dry. That way, come Monday, I should be able to move it off my desk and carry on painting. I think I'm going to go start my World Eaters on Monday, or I'm going to be looking at the bases for these chaps and figuring out what I'm actually going to do on the bases for them and go through painting their eyes red. And notice I've not painted their eyes red either. Well, the hammers are not looking too bad. The shields are looking okay. I could make the shields look better. You can actually do quite a lot with those shields, even though they're quite simple designs. There's a lot you can get done on it. So those are probably I'm more likely going to be rebasing these on Monday, I think. Which means another video where I'm going to have Rogue's Den Hobby plastered all over everything. Completely unrequested as well, I might add. Graham has never actually asked me to do any of that. I just do because I like advertising that. I like advertising Rogue's Den Hobbies because they do good stuff. I don't advertise the other place and I leave them off camera because, well, I've just spent the last part of my stream whinging about the quality of looking bases that I got sent because they were shit. Right. So I do have the top of the bar. And I know roughly how tall to make it. So I just need a piece of foam really in there, don't I? Yeah. I pretty much just need a piece of foam in there. But it needs to be cut down to size a bit. So first things first, get the knife and slice your fingers open. Then get the things that you need to cut. And then we'll go and glue them all together and say, oh no, I'm fucking bleeding. I said, oh no, I cannot stop my bleeding. So we'll keep on going till we can't. And we don't feel it no more. Just to glue your fingers together, it's for sure will work. That's what it's meant for. It's for you. Gluing people back together so you can do it all, everything you want to. Have a good night, Ali. Thank you for coming to join us. And I hope to speak to you again soon. I hope you get a nice day tomorrow. We're supposed to be getting a cooler day tomorrow, so which means you'll probably get the heat before it comes to us. Which I'm sorry for, but sadly enough, that's the way it works. You get the weather before I do. Right, so if I put that there and that there, that holds a piece of foam coat up. Then, if we get the glue, we get the glue. We put the glue down here. See, like that. And we plunk that on top of there and get it squared up. Oh, no, not Rain and Thunder. No, not rain, no rain. And I'm going to set that to dry. Once that dried, I'm going to cut the foam core down so it's like tiny length to be the height of the bar. And then that can get glued in where the bar needs to go with a couple of pins in just to help hold it in place. Yeah, I hope it doesn't. Or if it does, I hope it stops round about the Isle of Man. It stops there, I'm fine. Quite happy with that. Stop in the middle of the sea. The Irish Sea, I think it's called. Because we've got the English Channel underneath us. I don't know, there's going to be French people going, it's the French Channel. No, it's fucking not. You didn't take over most of the world. We get to name it. So it's still the Gulf of Mexico. We named it right. Mexicans agree. Of course they fucking do. They do not want to be called the Gulf of America. Actually, does America have any seas? Any seas or it's oceans on both sides, isn't it? It's Atlantic on one side, it's Pacific on the ocean on the other. And if you go further than that, then you're in the you're out of the regions. So no, they wouldn't. They don't actually have an American sea. How odd is that? I didn't realize it's all lakes, even though they're big enough. Some of them are bigger than some of the seas, but they're all lakes because they're all surrounded by land. I've only just realised that. How thick am I? That was a rhetorical question, people. I don't need an answer. Just the ones that I got to turn around and go completely not to fucking nuts, mate. You're dumb as fuck. Yeah, thank you. So, bar is on the way. Ground textures have been coloured. They will need a dry brushing after they've been locked down, as well as the shells are going to need an additional lockdown as well. So the entire bottom floor is going to get that coating. It's going to have to. And then I'm going to have to, then it's bringing up the colours so they match within the areas that they're in. So I'll go lightening up the sand path, lighten up a little bit of the darker sections like the back and around the side. Then we start working on the tavern, and then it's all characters from there to finish off the bottom row. And as I said, I'll be working on Sparkles and Oak again just to bring them up a little bit further because I've seen bits that I need to touch up. I've seen bits that I think I can do more on and that I can do better on. So I'll be going back to them, and then I'll be starting on the water characters and then the land characters, and then I'll look into building what would be the next floor where the other people are. This is definitely a big project, isn't it? This is a huge ass project. Damn. I really should just lower my expectations of what I can do within a reasonable amount of time. I seem to like either I never seem to either don't plan enough to do, or I plan too much and I have to stop. I never find the balance. One day I will. But until then, I'm going to Lovey's Only because I'm going to calm down. I'm going to get myself a drink, and I think I'm going to get ready for bed. It is late now. It's like 11 o'clock, and I'm technically middle aged, so 11 o'clock's a reasonable bedtime. Not a wee whippersnapper no more, so I can't burn candle at both ends. Not good. So thank you everybody for coming to join me. Graham, Buzzard, Ali, Twisted, Lee. I'm sure I've missed somebody else. Why have I got a feeling I've missed somebody else? I've got a feeling. I don't think Al turned up tonight. Obviously, thank you, Sparkles, as well. But yeah, I'm going to call this stream done for this evening. Next week on the Magical World, we'll be finishing off the more detailing sections of the ground floor and possibly moving on to characters. But I've got a feeling the bar's going to take quite a lot of work. But models I'm using next week, hopefully I'm going to be finishing basing for the Terminators. Mick, you have called in just at the end, man, but I do hope you're well, man. I really do. I know you've had a bit of a rough period recently, so I do hope you're doing good, mate. But I am just ending the stream, sadly. So yeah, and the Monday next week is models I'm using. So we're doing the base for the Assault Terminators that I got from Rogue's Den. Wednesday will be the start of the 5 Havocs, which I don't know what we'll be getting with that, but I have 32mm bases. As long as I get enough monkey bodies, I am all right, because they all want chainsaws and pistols anyway. I don't want the heavy weapons. So yay, getting Havocs on Wednesday. And yeah, on Thursday, we'll carry on with the ground floor and turning this into a bar by essentially trimming this down, gluing it in. And I don't know if I've got anything small enough to act as a cup. I mean, I've got a lightsaber, but I don't think that would act as a cup. I might see if we've got a couple of Lego ones somewhere and see if they work. If not, I might have to try just rolling some out of some, like, the baking clay stuff. That'll be all right. So until Monday, because as I said, I'm going now. Please be careful. Enjoy your hobbying. Drive safe. And I'll see you next week. It's never worked. I never click it, do I? So see you next. Drive safe. See you. Do as you're told, computer. Drive safe and see you next week. Thank you.